my name is Shelby and I love Shakespeare. And you can't talk about Shakespeare without talking about a portion of Scansion called Iambic Pentameter. That sounds like a really big scary word, but I'm gonna break it down for you in this video. By the end of this quick video, you will know what iambic pentameter is, why it matters, especially in Shakespeare, and how to tell whether your line of iambic pentameter is regular or irregular. Let's start by taking this big old phrase and breaking it down. Iambic pentameter breaks into iambic, penta, and meter. First, let's start with meter. In certain forms of writing, like poetry or song lyrics, the meter of that line is its rhythmic, structured pattern. So, meter has a rhythm, and what type of rhythm it has depends on two factors: number of syllables and the pattern of emphasis or stress. The English language relies heavily on stress to convey meaning. It's how we can tell the difference between contract, the noun, and contract, the verb. Those two words have totally different meanings depending on which syllable has emphasis or stress. And because they have two syllables, each word is technically an iamb. Iambic is the descriptive version of I am. IC falls off. Bye, we don't need you. And an iamb, also called a foot, is simply a set of two syllables, one unstressed and one stressed. Alive, entice, a dog. And when one foot gets together with a string of feet, you can have a sentence like this. I want to buy my dog a lovely treat. I want to buy my dog a lovely treat. How many feet are there? That's right, 5. And penta means 5 in Greek and Latin and other smartsy languages. So that means our silly little sentence about a well-deserving pup is actually in iambic pentameter because it has a meter of 5 feet. Et voila! And there you go. That's what iambic pentameter means. Well done. So now we know what it means, but why does it matter? Let's listen to this rhythm one more time. I want to buy my dog a lovely treat. Dee-dum, 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 dee-dum. What does that sound like? Yes, a heartbeat. Shakespeare chose to write his plays in iambic pentameter because it sounds like a heartbeat. The way his characters talk is natural to our ear and our body because we live with that steady pulse or rhythm all day, every day. Like the bass line or drum beat of a song, or steps we take when walking down the street, or steps we take when walking down the street. This meter is deeply human, which makes Shakespeare's dialogue deeply human too. As Ben Donnenberg of the Shakespeare Center of Los Angeles says, Shakespeare's sharing with you the heartbeat of his characters and asking your heart to sync up with theirs. That's all iambic pentameter is. So as much as we love my dog, yes, enjoy your lovely treat is. Let's see some examples of iambic pentameter in Shakespeare's text. Number 1, Romeo. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. Very famous line, very beautiful line of iambic pentameter. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. If we said it normally, that's how the stresses would go, right? But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. 5 feet, check. Pattern of unstressed, stressed syllables, check. 10 syllables total, check. This is considered a regular line of iambic pentameter. Let's see another one. Hamlet from Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. Slow it down slightly for emphasis. To be or not to be, that is the question. 5 feet, check. Pattern of unstressed, stressed syllables, check. 10 syllables total, this line of poetry has 11 syllables. And because it doesn't check all of our meter boxes, this is considered an irregular line of iambic pentameter. He does not like irregular lines. You are. Very traditional, so. Something is considered irregular if there is any form of an anomaly. That is a divergence or a change from the regular meter. And since iambic pentameter mirrors the human heartbeat, we can think of anomalies like the heart skipping a beat. Why would Shakespeare do that? To make us pay attention. He lulls us into the soothing rhythm of dee-dum, 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 dee-dum. And then, quite often actually, he strategically breaks from it to reveal something about his characters. My favorite example of this, the first line of Richard III. Now is the winter of our discontent. Now is the winter of our discontent. It's kind of regular at the end, but something's going on in the beginning. Let's check it out. Talk it out, check it out, check it out. Let's check it out. So let's go through our checklist. 5 feet, check. 10 syllables, check. But the pattern of unstressed, stressed is disrupted by the very first foot. First foot. So if this line was a regular line, it would go, now is the winter of our discontent. But we wouldn't say that. We'd say, now is the winter of our discontent. So let's examine why it's irregular. This character is one of the most delicious villains in all of history. In this play, Richard III is about to completely challenge the status quo by manipulating his enemies, stealing the crown, and making himself king. He is disrupting everything in this world. And so he uses the very first line of the play to disrupt the meter. Doesn't waste any time. We as the audience hear this instant, defiant irregularity and immediately intuit that Richard III doesn't give a fig about rules, and that this adventure with him in this play is going to be a wild ride, and he's gonna keep us guessing. So this is why I love anomalies, or irregular lines of iambic pentameter. And all of these anomalies have names. I know. The stressed unstressed pattern is called a trochee. And that 11-syllable line of Hamlet's is called a feminine ending. And then there's spondies, pyrrhics, anapests, dactyls, stretch words, share lines, short lines, monosyllabic lines, but that will be for another time. Until then, enjoy shining in your own brilliance as you finally know what iambic pentameter is, how to tell whether your line of iambic pentameter is regular or irregular, and why anomalies are so flippin' exciting. Just me? That's good. If you're already nerding out about all there is to mine from this kind of in-depth scansion, make sure to check out my tutorials, where I take monologues and go line by line to make sure that you know everything that the character is saying, and also these key moments of anomalies or irregularities that really share something new about the character and also make you feel like a genius. I'll put a link in the description below, and also you can see them at the end of this video. For now, I leave you with the Shakespeare word for see you soon, called anon. Anon!